Hey guys, Unkle Adams here. Welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. Tell me if you like this idea, and if you do, I'll do this more often. So here's what I want to do. I want to pick one of my songs and then give you guys as much behind the scenes background information about that song as I possibly can. I'm going to share with you guys the creative process, story behind the song, why I said some of the lyrics that I said, different things like that, okay? I'm going to give you guys a bunch of information about my music that you wouldn't know otherwise, stuff that you couldn't possibly know just from listening to a 3.5 minute song, alright? So, this is Behind the Music. So the first song that I am going to feature on Behind the Music is Oxygen. First of all, if you haven't heard this song, I'll leave a link in the description so you can check it out. I think that if you're a subscriber of my channel, most of you have probably heard my song Oxygen. It's currently my #1 song, arguably, at least according to Spotify it is. It's in the #1 position. It's even dethroned Original. It has 320 some thousand streams, which is awesome. And keep in mind that there's no music video for this song. I have songs with full-blown music videos on YouTube that don't even have 100,000 streams on Spotify. This one, Oxygen, doesn't even have a music video and it has over 300,000. So what does that tell you? That tells you that people like this song and they keep playing it over and over, telling their friends about it and adding it to playlists and so on. So I tweeted this out on Twitter a while ago, but I don't know if a lot of people actually realize that my song Oxygen was indeed greatly inspired by the late XXXTentacion, because when he passed away about a year ago, his name was all over the headlines, and I started looking into him more, and I started listening to his music, and a lot of people who listen to me already were listening to him, by the way. So I had seen his name come up a few times, but after he passed away, you know, I really started looking into his music and stuff, and I was like, wow, this guy's actually has some really good music, and he has a really unique sound here, and it inspired me to do something different. So I felt like writing, and about a week or so after he passed away, I was in that sort of zone of wanting to write something different, and I found the beat and I started writing Oxygen. And what I did was I actually sat myself down and I said, here are the rules. You're sitting down and you're not getting up until you have written something totally different, unique, and special. So that's what I did. And I sat down and I wrote Oxygen. And I did a lot of different things in that song. If you listen to that song, it's very different than the rest of my music catalog. In fact, if you listen to some of my other songs and you didn't know who I was, like say you just heard a couple of my songs on a playlist. Let's say you heard Original and Oxygen on a playlist and you had no idea who I was, and they were like 4 songs apart on the playlist. I honestly don't know if you would know that those songs were created by the same artist. That's how different these songs are. That's how different Oxygen is compared to some of the other stuff that I've done. Different cadence, different flow, different structure. There's whispering in it, there's humming in it. So I really, you know, I stepped outside of my box, and I even say that in the chorus, right? Trying to step out of my box a bit. Feels like I lack oxygen. So I say it right in the song. And I think a lot of people relate to that song. And by the way, I'm not saying this stuff about X to try to get you views on my videos or anything. Like a lot of people do that. I'm not doing that. That's why I didn't even put his name in this title of this video right now, okay? I don't want people clicking on this video. I'm not trying to lure in X fans or anything like that. I'm just telling you how it is. I'm telling you that his work inspired me to create this song, okay? So, this song, you know, Oxygen, it has sort of raw emotion in it, and I talk about a lot of different things, and, you know, one of the lines I say is, what's it like to breathe without a backpack? Filled up with burdens, I carry that. What's it feel like? And it bounces from left to right, left to right, left to right. That's sort of a metaphor for all of us, I think. I think we all kind of carry some burdens around with us, some things that bother us, some things that are kind of weighing us down, you know, and sometimes it can feel like it's hard to breathe in life, you know, whether you're talking about anxiety or pressure or whatever. It's a metaphor for that. And I think that a lot of people feel that way, and I think that a lot of people relate to the song because of that. And it's just a real type song. It's just a real song that has emotion in it. And another line that I say in there is sort of a thought-provoking couple of bars where I say, tell the dead rest in peace. Why don't we live in some peace? Think about that, you know? It's like when people die, we say rest in peace. Fair enough, you know, I say it too, but it's like if you're dead, you're already in peace. Why don't we live in peace? While you're alive, why aren't you in peace when you actually feel things, you know? I think we need to focus on that more. Living in peace. I wanted to do something different. I put the whispering in there. I put the humming in there. You know, I got the pre-chorus. I got the chorus. I talk about different things. I use a different flow, very sort of lower pressure on the lungs, looking for a breath. Does anyone know where happiness is kept? You know, switched it up, and it came quite naturally once I set up the structure of the song. I kind of forced myself to step outside of my box in terms of how I usually write. This, you know, you can get in the pattern of just doing a systematic thing all the time, and I wanted to break that up. I wanted to do something different. But with that said, it's not like I had to force myself to write those lyrics by any means. You know, once I had the structure set up, it was just flowing, man. Like any big song in my catalog has been that way, where it's almost like the next line writes itself. You say the line, you go back a couple times, and then, oh, another line pops up. You fine-tune it a little bit, and another line pops up. It's almost like you're transmuting something that's already out there, and you're putting that emotion into this other form, this form of music. And it really is like that. And that might sound crazy to some people, but if it does, then you've never really experienced true artistry, when you're really in the zone of creating something, whether it's a painting or a sculpture or dance choreography or whatever. Anyone who's really creative and creates things as an artist, they know what I'm talking about. There's some energy, man, that you just pick up on. You tune into that, and it fuels itself. And once you're warmed up, you're doing creative things and saying creative things that you wouldn't just say if you were just not warmed up and not in that headspace, so to speak, right? The creative headspace. I put the song out, and to be honest with you guys, I didn't really promote it a lot. And it still has a large amount of streams, 321,000 for an independent artist on a song. You know, that's pretty, and that's just Spotify, by the way. I'm not even counting everything else added up, just Spotify. I'm just trying to put that in perspective. Like, some people might say, oh, that's whack, you know, a lot of artists have millions and millions. Yeah, but those artists are also being pushed out by record labels with proper promotional teams and all of that, right? If this song, Oxygen, has that many streams just with being, you know, just posted basically without a music video or anything, imagine how many streams it would have if it was pushed out through a record label. That song would have tens of millions of streams because it resonates with people. So you scale that up and it will resonate with more and more and more and more people, right? But with that said, nonetheless, I'm proud of that. I'm happy Some artists will never get a song with 321,000 streams or whatever it has, okay? So I want you guys to know that I'm really thankful for that. If you like that song, and even if 10 people listen to the song, you could argue, well, man, 10 people listen to that song and they love that. So I created something that 10 people are loving, you know, that alone is pretty awesome, right? So when you're talking about hundreds of thousands, that really is flattering, and I'm very thankful for that. To put that in perspective, you guys, like, have you ever been in a gym with 500 other people, 700, 1,000 people in a gym, in a high school gym? It's packed in there, okay? Now imagine that times 10. Imagine 10,000. Imagine that times 10, 100,000. Now times that by 3. Imagine 300,000. Like, it is a lot. I think on this internet stuff, we lose track of how much that actually is. You know, it's got to be in the millions or it's nothing. You know, like 1 million is crazy, you know, and I do believe this song will get 1 million streams throughout the course of my career. Back to the song itself and the creative process, you know, it was one of those ones that I wrote quite quickly. I didn't have to keep coming back to it day after day and, you know, oh, okay, I'm not feeling it, and close it down and come, you know, it wasn't like that. It was one of those ones where it's like, I was in the zone and I got to writing it, and I got that energy flowing, and the words just came, and the result was this song, Oxygen. And of course, the title itself stems back to the metaphor of carrying around burdens and going through a lot of different things in life, and almost feeling like you can't breathe because you got so much going on, there's so much pressure on you. And yeah, that's about all I can think of off the top of my head regarding this song, you guys. And you know, it's never too late for a music video. I've always thought that this song should have a music video. I think this song deserves a music video, and I may still do that. Even though it was released in 2018, who's to say that I can't do a music video for it, right? I can do that. Drop a comment if you'd like to see a music video for Oxygen. Drop a comment with your thoughts on the song, and let me know if you guys like this. If you like this behind the music thing where I just bring up a song and I give you guys as much background information as I possibly can about it. I can keep doing these little videos and posting them, and, you know, make no mistake, this is not the At Least a Million mission. That is something that is totally separate from this. That is still going on. That's a different series. This is something else that we're doing today, okay? Behind the music. I hope you guys learned some cool information about my song Oxygen, and if you haven't heard it yet, I'll leave a link in the description so you can go check it out. Have a great day, guys, and thank you to everybody that's listening to the song and sharing the song. I will see you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.